was. Y'all know who it is, and you tuned in with Priceless Knowledge itself, and I figured I'd bring y'all a cosmic insight for today. And say, man, it's November 30th, 2020, and we got this Beaver Moon eclipse going on in Gemini, y'all. And if you don't know what the fuck I'm talking about when I say that, and to be honest, how the fuck could you? The term Beaver Moon refers to the first full moon in November, the time of year which, like for beavers, kind of correlates when we really start getting ready for the winter time. Excuse me. And so that's where that came from, and that's what that is. This particular Beaver Moon is also a partial lunar eclipse, so it's really going to add to the dynamics that it brings. I also want to point out that this full moon is in Gemini, while we got the sun sitting in the polar opposite sign of Sagittarius. And when the sun and moon are at odds, it's really calling us to find balance in the specific areas of our life. And with the polarity like Gemini and Sagittarius, I feel like it's really calling us to find balance somewhere in our ideals, our beliefs, our sense of freedom, and the effectiveness of our listening and communication skills. With this energy, the goal is going to be more to first observe the feelings that have come up, and then try to evaluate them as objectively and as realistically as possible, and then communicate them in the most healthy way possible also. Remember that the full moon is really a lot more about reflection than action, just kind of the same way that the light of the moon is the light of the sun is reflected back to us through the moon. So with all this super intense energy, let's try to be a little bit more gentle with this ourselves, because as we go through this full moon eclipse, you need to keep in mind that this probably is going to be 4 times as potent as a regular full moon. And the 4 signs of Gemini, Sagittarius, Virgo, and Pisces that make up the mutable cross are the ones that are really going to be feeling this the most right now, in my opinion. Especially those of us that have planets in these signs between 5 and 11 degrees of those. For Gemini, I'm going to say the way that you've been presenting yourself in the world is probably about to be receiving some major pushback, because it's going to be some first house type shit. So let's try to take a look at ourselves and find out what we need to address and try to get past it before it kicks us in our ass, Sagittarius, this is more 7th house thing. Sagittarius, your relationships are going to run into some setbacks that are definitely either going to bring y'all closer together or bring on a mercy killing. And I know that sounds horrible, but sometimes that's the best thing when you got something or something you've been clinging on to that no longer serves you in a healthy way. And so Virgo, y'all are hardworking people. Y'all have this focus on energy on your 10th house, which of course is on your career. You might find out something helpful or insightful right now revolving your career or social status, and it might be helpful. It might be some news you can use. Virgos have an excellent work ethic. They're all about serving. So hopefully with this being the 10th house, this full moon, if you reflect on things the right way, it'll serve you when the new moon comes around. Okay? And also Pisces, this is going to be on your 4th house. You need to make sure you're taking care of home. You might have some things that you need to think about the way you've been treating your family, or the way you've been conducting your business at the house, or the lack thereof. And so this right here is the perfect time to think about what the fuck you've been having going on and make some changes. 2020 has been crazy, and it's time to do something else. Now for the rest of the signs, this Gemini Beaver Moon eclipse might bring some major sparks into our lives, so embrace it. This is kind of known as a party moon. And if you allow it, it might bring on some fun in a much needed time after all this craziness we've been going on this year. Just remember that whatever does come up, you can't control the circumstances, but you can control your reactions. Just remember also that full moons are about reflecting and not reacting. So let's use this as a time to better understand ourselves and our beliefs, because Sagittarius, where the sun is at, is all about beliefs. And Gemini, where the moon is with this eclipse, is all about the mind, and all about how we think. So it's really time to think about how we've been living our lives and start progressing and see how we can progress further when this new moon cycle comes around in a few weeks. Hey man, no matter what we got going on, with the moon, the sun, Venus, Mars, Jupiter, Earth. Hey man, you ain't got to feed into the negativity. And don't ever let yourself get your buttons pressed and you be free money, man. I appreciate everybody's support. If you're fooling with me, you already know what to do, man. Please like, share, and subscribe. If you're interested in the astrological readings, please hit me up in the comments below. And, oh yeah, also, I want to ask y'all, and if I don't get no response because ain't nobody watching my shit, that's love too, because I learned from that. But I want to ask y'all, I'm either going to start bringing y'all a little bit about Vedic astrology, or I'm going to start a series as well about numerology. And the first 3 responses I get, the first 2 out of 3 of those, I'll go with that, man. I'm not going to stop what I'm doing with this Western astrology. I have a lot I need to cover. We have more lessons coming this way. Today I'm going to hit y'all with a video on what it means to have your moon in Libra in your natal chart. And I might even hit y'all with something else, man. Hey, man, it's a beautiful day. Everything I do is to try to help, man. I appreciate everybody's love and encouragement, man. The response I've been getting has been nothing but shining the light on me, and I'm trying to reflect it back through you, man. And so, hey, man, keep it trill and don't let nobody bring you down, man. Yeah, it's Monday and you gotta get on the grind, but you should have been grinding yesterday too. So, have you a good one, cuz.